Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Jarvis VIP Room. I'm your host, of course, your boy Jarvis. We got my boy, Crider, the collector. Say what's up, people.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
Hey, man.
We in that thing.
We in this thing, man. Y'all already know.
It is, man.
Yes, sir.
That's so damn near about as old as we are.
The boy just made 34 last month, man. I'm trying like, man, God.
I got a few more months for that motherfucker hit me, but it's coming. It's
man.
A slow creep, but that bitch creeping.
Man, for real, man. As I try to get my lighting right. Let me see. There we go. That's a little bit good right there. I'll let it set. But yeah, man, y'all already know what it is. We talking about the Martin reunion. As you see on this board right here, I have to improvise real quick. I don't got my usual background. But we in here talking about Martin. We know sometime last year, myself and Crider and a bunch of others joined in, and we had like a Martin trivia, which was fun. Crider, of course, won because he is the boy is the reigning MVP, man. He the reigning champ, man. So
I don't play about Martin, bro.
Nah.
I ain't playing with him.
Yeah, man. The boy even had a fly. He had a fly Martin shirt. I got to step my game up my dog myself, man, to get some merch.
I started to wear one tonight, but I thought it might have been overkill with all the shit I got in the background. So I was like, I'm just plain tee it and show my love on the canvas to all these wonderful artists.
Oh yeah, you always got some night, man, dude. Your collection, bro, just.
I love black art. I love black art that depicts my favorite era of television, which of course is the 90s. So I've got a few different pieces. I got some stuff I ain't take off the wall. I just brought a couple over here to show real quick while we getting this talk going on to celebrate, in my opinion, the best sitcom of all time.
Man, speaking nothing but facts, bro. Speaking nothing but facts. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into it, man. Let's talk about this. So the Martin reunion came out on BET Plus.
Mm-hmm.
I downloaded the app, got my free 7-day trial and everything.
I'm gonna watch it one more time just to make sure.
Yep, one more time. I'm gonna see what else the BET Plus app got on there just to see what they have. I know Miss Pat show and everything. We're not here to talk about Miss Pat. No shade, but we're here to talk about the Martin reunion, man. So Crider, bro, let's go ahead. I'm gonna let you guess. Go ahead. I'll let you kick it off, man. What's your thoughts on the Martin reunion, man?
Man, I'm gonna tell you, I thought it was pretty damn good. It could have been better.
Yeah.
But all in all, I very much enjoyed watching it. It was pure nostalgia. It was new tea getting spilled, some stuff that I never knew. Some stuff that I just laughed at, like I just saw for the first time all over again. Yeah. It was something to see, man. Like I was very happy that we finally was able to get to this period, even though it took us longer than it should have. But yeah, man, a great reunion special. Yeah, but like I say, it could have been better. There was a few things that I was feeling like was missing, but all in all, a great reunion.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, you're right, man. I agree with you. I mean, I already knew I was gonna like it, and seeing all of the cast minus one, but we'll talk about that later. And seeing other guests that came on the reunion that was on the show. Man, it was great, man. It was good. I enjoyed it. I also agree with you that there's some other things I wish they would have done differently. But overall, like you said, one of the best sitcoms, hands down. Everyone I talk to, they have a Martin episode that is their favorite. Everybody's like, I don't remember not one bad episode, man.
I'm not gonna lie though, like towards that 5th season, I kind of ease up off the pedal just because I know that we coming to an end and we about to see less of Gina. And so, like I told people before, like I had all 5 seasons. I still got all 5 seasons on DVD, and I've got at least one disc in each season scratched up to the point I can't watch an episode on it, except for the 5th season.
Yeah.
All of them is still crystal clear.
Yeah.
But but that's only because we know like it's coming to an end, and it's always hard to watch a great show end. So I kind of ease up off that. But man, that was it was pure, just pure comedy. The one of the only sitcoms that was pure comedy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree, man. They had this. Yeah, man. I agree, man. I mean, they had their serious moments that happened, but you know, like I think we talked about that when we did the trivia tonight.
Yeah.
That even though they had their serious moments, they still kept the comedy going.
Yeah, it wasn't too serious.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like at the most it was like either like a breakup or like Tommy getting into the crash or whatever, but it wasn't like a teachable moment, which like every sitcom of the 90s had to have. Like it was always one episode where like shit got real and then they had to stop and talk to you about it. But Martin wasn't that show. Like Martin was just going in there and pure. I mean, yeah, they had a little drama, but it was like regular day-to-day type drama with your female or with your friend that you just been around for too long with. But it was never like a serious show. Like, and that's what I loved about it.
Yeah, I think that's what we loved about it too. With with the Martin, with the Living Single, with a bunch of other '90s shows that came out. They just kept the comedy going. They had their serious moments, but like we said, comedy kept flowing, and I think that was good for us to see, because that's how our generation continue to stay looking younger than what we are, despite my bald head and everything. We joke around, man.
You know what? Yeah. Speaking of, I'm gonna tell you, Tisha Campbell was looking fire. She came out there with that bodysuit on, boy. I say, boy, Tisha out here trying to represent tonight.
Boy,
Tisha was looking good, boy.
Boy, man, I'm telling her.
I've always had me a thing for older women, so that ain't nothing.
Amen. And amen.
What Tashina tell her? She say, Miss Tisha, no, Martin. She ain't tied down no more. I might have to holler at her.
I caught that too, cause I was thinking that, are they gonna say Tisha Campbell Martin? But they said Tisha. I like
Tisha Campbell, no longer Martin.
I said, where?
That's that best friend thing between her and Tashina. They can just say and talk all that shit with each other, and it's just gonna keep on flowing.
Right. We have made
like to know that, find out like how close they actually were. Like I knew that Pam had gotten on the show because Tisha wanted her on it, also because they were both acting, but I didn't realize how far back they actually went. And even the fact knowing Carl as long as they knew him too.
Yeah.
That was wild to find out.
Yeah, man. Ain't that crazy? Like see how that works, man? Like all of them knew of each other or worked with each other in some capacity.
Right.
And it's just like that. I think that's another reason that went into all of their chemistry together. Because I know us as an audience, we laughing and joking, but we don't really take a step back like, wait, hold on now. Their chemistry is way on point with the snapback, with the clapbacks and everything. And we're like, oh man, I got a show, man. So
great chemistry.
Great chemistry.
That was one of the perfect ensemble cast of the 90s. Like, like there was not one person in there that you could have seen being played by somebody else.
Yeah.
And like they just all meshed together just great. And it was just great to watch. Like, and even watching them last night, it was just like, man, to see them all back together again, knowing that whole thing that went on between Martin and Tisha, and them being able to get past it and finally come out and do that, that was good to see.
Yeah, it was, man. So let's go ahead and let's talk about that real quick, because we saw a couple years ago, it was Tisha Campbell, Tashina Arnold, and Martin, and they did a quick video of them talking about a reunion, whatever, and everybody, the internet went nuts.
Right, when they was out in the street.
Yeah, they told me, oh snap, Martin reunion, Martin. Because we know we're living in the world of nostalgia right now, and so everybody like want to get the show back and do this and do that, and they talked about it a little bit, but of course they said Martin was like, I'm not gonna say no to it, but it's just the fact that somebody is missing, an important piece is missing,
right?
Important person.
They all were important pieces, but
Yes.
the show couldn't operate with not one of them.
Right.
Like, you couldn't take out not one of those characters and it still be the same type because it was such a close knit. It's only 5 people.
Yeah.
And so with them, that's like you can't go without a finger.
Right.
Like you got a hold right there. Like there's no way you could do it without either one of them. And that character itself, he was so instrumental to it, and them bringing it up. And I'm like, really, the only way a reboot could actually work is if they made it a cartoon, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the only way you can do Martin with a Tommy character and get somebody that sounds close enough to him to play that character.
Yeah.
You make an adult Martin cartoon and you got a hit, and I'm gonna tell you, they've already set up the pieces to do so. By the 4th season of Martin, when they switched the intro and he gets switched out with the cartoon version of him in the TV, that is the perfect segue into going into a Martin cartoon.
Yeah, I agree.
The best way to go.
Yeah, man, that'll be pretty funny because Martin, especially during that time, he was so animated.
Exactly.
It was physical comedy.
Exactly, and he's not so much. I mean, he's up in age now, so he can't do the stuff like he used to do back then.
Right.
But you get a cartoon version of Martin, he can do whatever he wants. He can do whatever.
Yeah,
the options are limitless.
Yeah, Scott, man, you can do so much with that, man. That's a great. I didn't even much think about that. So yeah, man. So I agree. Yeah, man. So before we get into other stuff, we had, of course, they had Tommy Davidson come through. Snoop Dogg. We just giving y'all all the spoilers. So if y'all haven't seen the Martin reunion, y'all go ahead. Y'all need to come back and watch this. But
we should probably get y'all a spoiler alert way at the beginning. But
yeah, we should. But hey, man.
Hey, but if you clicked on it, you should have known what the hell you was about to get.
Yeah, I'll make sure to put that spoilers in all caps right there on the title. Where I put that right there. Yeah. But yeah, man. So Snoop Dogg, Tommy Davidson, the boy Reginald Ballard, bruh, man, came through. Man, it was just that was so cool to see, bro.
The great Marla Gibbs.
Dude, I gotta applaud that. That was beautiful. I love seeing that.
She's still just quick with it.
Yeah.
All this time, and she still she had her little line. She was ready to go. Like I was like, okay, Marla. Yeah. She said she's still out there acting. I said, all right. Yeah. I know the last thing I saw her in was the Carmichael show, but that was about maybe 6 or 7 years ago. I don't know how long it ended, but that was, I think, the last thing I saw her in. Yeah, man. Yeah. Marla Gibbs, man, been in the game for a minute, man. She just got the Star Walk of Fame. Yeah. So gotta pay homage to her. But yeah, man, great guest. But what you think about your boy Affion Crockett as the host? I'm gonna be honest, like I was surprised because I haven't seen Affion Crockett since the Affion Crockett's show that he had on what, TBS or some shit like that. I think it was on. Yeah, I think so. That was the last time I had seen or heard from him. Yeah. And so it was kind of surprising to see him, but I mean, he did okay for a host. I mean, he asked I feel like some of the questions could have had better follow-ups. Right. Or whatever. I feel like most of the questions he was kind of just going off whatever cards he had already had prepared or whatever. But like some of the responses call for a follow-up question, or then when they would do it, somebody would come knocking on the door as soon as they was getting ready to get into something else. Yeah. So, but I think he did okay. He did pretty good. Yeah, I agree with you too, because that was when I saw the trailer for it, I was like, that was kind of random. I was like, Affion Crockett, no shade towards Affion. I like Affion. Yeah. Like Affion Crockett. Okay. And he held it down. They told him that he held it down. He did good. So I mean, I don't know if that's the step he going with his career, doing more hosting gigs.
but I like to see what he does next in his career, because Afion is actually really talented.
Oh,
Everybody, everybody don't remember
yeah.
Afion was on a Soul Train. The boy was boy Afion Crocker was out there pop locking and everything. The boy was getting down. So I'm like, what? I was like, all right, Afion. So I didn't know until I came across it on. I'm like, who knew? So yeah, man. But this moving on to the next thing. They shared their favorite moments with what happened on the TV show and everything. Their favorite episodes. Name one of your favorite moments from this. I mean, there's so many, so many. But what's one of your favorite moments from the show?
I mean, aside from, of course, Suspicious Minds, which I have not one but two pieces of art that both depict that scene. I'm gonna be honest, them explaining that whole scene makes it that much more funny and that much more great of a scene.
Yeah.
Because of the fact that they was trying to get a real dog and then Martin just improvised with that fake dog, and the way he made comedy go with it. I'm gonna tell you right now, if they had gotten a real dog, I don't see that scene being nowhere near as funny as it actually is. And now knowing all that they went through to make that scene and how he improvised with it makes it 10 times more of a great scene. That might honestly be the greatest scene out of Martin. But I do have some other favorites. I definitely like, one of my favorite episodes was when Martin and Gina tried to go without sex. And they was in that bed underneath that cover. And he telling her, head to the border, head to the border. And she pulled off that cover and he got that damn ice pack. Talk about he pulled a muscle. Bro, that was one of the funniest fucking. I laughed my ass off.
What line?
But that one, I gotta do an Otis one, man.
Yeah, man, that's my favorite.
Otis was my favorite character, was my favorite Martin character.
Same here.
And there was that one episode in the first season when everybody shared the car.
Yeah.
And Otis was out there by that ATM and that Buck brother was there. And he took out that boy, receipt. He said, look like you about to be mad as hell, boy. You can't afford to put cheese on a Whopper there, boy. Bro, that's one of my favorite scenes. And of course, David Allen Greer.
Oh, yeah.
The second episode that he came out in.
Yeah.
When he bust through that church singing that song, man. And I got a feeling everything's gonna be all right. Oh. And then he got the creeping, and you could see he was trying to keep himself from laughing, like he scuffled a little bit.
Yeah.
But he just kept on going, Holy Ghost done told me. And like they trying to hide their face. Man, that was classic.
Yeah, man.
And I'm kind of upset that David Allen Greer didn't make a stop by, because I felt like he did at least 3 episodes of Martin with Tommy Davidson and only did that one. And I felt like they both could have came in there at the same time.
Yeah.
But to know that Tommy Davidson and Martin were that close and they came up together and went to Hollywood together, that shit was wild.
Yeah, man.
I didn't know that.
Dude, it's so crazy when you look back when they share these stories, like these celebs and everything, about who they used to be, like, of just the up and coming, you know, or sharing, being roommates or whatever, or going to school with each other and everything, man. It's just so funny and so crazy. Like, I'll tell you right now, with Martin and Tommy Davidson shared of, you know, putting that couch inside the
man.
I said, bro, come. I saw Pam. I don't know how they edited it, but I'm pretty sure Pam and them said something to Martin like, "How you gonna do Tommy Davidson?"
Right.
Like, bro,
that shit is wild to even think about.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but yeah, man. It was nothing but good vibes, man. Nothing but good vibes. I enjoyed it. And one more thing before we get into the rest of this. Bruh man coming through the window. Reginald Ballard, man. Boy,
Boy, Reginald ain't been through a window in a while, man.
I hop.
But he didn't look like he done hit a mold in a few sandwiches.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. He from Texas himself, man. We
Yep.
appreciate you, Red.
Galveston, huh?
Yeah, Galveston, man.
Yep.
He man, dude. That had me.
Of course,
Yeah.
the best non-Martin recurring character. Bruh man. Like,
Bruh, man.
that dude was iconic.
Man.
Iconic. Didn't even have a real name. Like, we still don't know what Bruh man real name was, man. But iconic.
You're right. We don't. I was like when they were talking, I'm like, what was Bruh man's real name? I'm like, wait, man.
He just came on there. Come on, Martin. You know me. Bruh man. Upstairs, fifth floor.
Fifth floor. I was like, bro, man, you like, what friend, what type of person is that? To come in your house and go through your fridge. The food is already lined up.
That ain't a friend, bro. That's a leash. He didn't even know that motherfucker like that.
That boy had his feet all out in the corner. He's like,
man, put your shoes back on. You got my whole place smelling like corn chips and sauerkraut.
Oh man, dude got too comfortable, too cool. Like, no, we don't do this here.
Makes me a sandwich.
Oh man. So man, get to the next.
Not only that, I'm sorry, but not only that, but he was also the reason for the most iconic episode that we just got finished talking about. Suspicious Minds wouldn't even happen if it wasn't for Bruh man's character. And that leads me to that's one of the funniest moments too. At the end of all of that, Martin says, that is the dumbest you have ever. He say, Bruh man, education. Why would you leave a note for me up under the bathroom sink, Bruh man? Why? I figured you looked there since I used up all the toilet paper.
I want to get bad me.
The look on Martin's face when he told him that was just classic.
Man, I don't know how we gotta, you know what? And we also gotta applaud all of the main characters. Every now and then you catch them laughing, but to keep a whole straight face.
That's by far my favorite part of the show.
Yeah.
Is seeing them try not to laugh and to find out that they was on there purposely trying to make each other laugh and keep going makes it that much better. Because that was always like, when I tell people about Martin, I'm like, this is one of the funniest things about this show is the fact that they be damn near about to break character laughing and they just hold it and keep going.
Man,
that is classic.
Bro, man, if we could have been on, because I used to, well, you know how it is now with the, regular TV shows come on television. Yep. Some of them perform in front of a live audience.
Right.
I wish we could have been there for that.
Man.
That live audience. I know they gave them I know. I just know. That would have been
he
nice.
Said they was out there stomping. When Tisha said, she said, you know what? She said, we laugh with our whole body. I was like, I say, she ain't lying. I say, I'll be out here rolling.
Man, I'm straight up, man. Straight up, man.
Yeah.
What a sitcom, man. But getting to the next question. What's one thing that you wish, what are some of the things you wish they would have done in this reunion special?
Okay. So one thing, and it's gonna kind of snowball. So my biggest thing is the fact I feel like the editing could have been better. As far as like them cutting in and out of scenes. And I feel like that might have been because of the fact they didn't have the full rights to it, which brings me to the point of HBO produced Martin. HBO Max has done a Friends reunion and a Fresh Prince reunion. Not having produced neither one of those, but had Martin on deck, probably owns all that stuff to it and could have easily done their own version, which I feel like we would have got a lot more out of it.
Yeah.
So that was one of my biggest things. Another thing, Marla Gibbs, of course, is iconic.
Yeah.
She's precious, and she deserves all the flowers she can get.
Yeah, she does.
But for Avion Crockett to say that she's the most important or the biggest, I feel like we have a few other people that made some appearances on there that definitely should be getting their flowers also. First and foremost, John Amos came in the 5th season, played Tommy's dad.
Yeah.
Which is by far one of the greatest TV dads of all time.
Yeah.
And had one of the biggest screw overs in the television history, and it came back stronger than ever.
Yeah.
And then also, I feel like they didn't say anything about Gary Morris.
No, they didn't.
My man Stan, like, that was in there for 2 seasons.
Yeah,
2 seasons, Gary Morris, and he is iconic. He was the first black man on Saturday Night Live. He's been going. He's still acting to this day. I saw him.
Yeah.
He was on the show Family Reunion. Have you seen Family Reunion on Netflix?
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
I seen him guest star on that. He was on Two Broke Girls. He was on Ant-Man. Like, Gary Morris is still out there working, and they didn't say anything about him.
Yeah, man.
And I feel like that was kind of messed up. I really wanted to see something. I wanted to see him come back and them like pay some kind of like give him his flowers too. Like, Gary Morris is an icon. Also, like, he even guest starred on the Jeffersons.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, a few times.
Yeah.
And so that was and another thing, another person they did mention that I hated was Miss Jerry. They didn't say nothing about Miss Jerry.
They didn't. They did not, because I was waiting. I was like, man.
And she had some of the best moments on that show with Martin. Like, for Martin to sit up there and square up with an old woman that was ready to go back with him, that was the most funniest shit you could get on TV.
Yeah,
and they didn't mention that at all. They didn't show a clip of Miss Jerry at all.
No, they didn't. You so freaking right.
I was like, whoa, man. Like, I know that, y'all trying to keep it within, I guess, some kind of time limit, but like, there were certain people that could have got mentioned or got better clips shown in, because I didn't feel like all the clips that they put in there were the best ones that they could have shown.
Yeah, it was, they have, man, that's why we were saying, like, 5 seasons of so many guest stars, so many iconic moments. And now that, and you mentioned it now, as I come down, and that's why I wanted to watch again, just like you, to see, wait, what did I miss? Because I was just so excited to see like this, because we like, just for what happened with, Tisha Campbell and Martin in the past, for them to patch things up and to have this, that's why we were like, oh man, so we're so excited. But
big thing, it was a big thing.
Yeah. But yeah, you're right. The lady who played as Miss Jerry, so many others. The guests that came on, to Tommy Hitman Hearns on there, to Biggie being on there.
Yeah.
So many. Garrett Morris could have, like, they could have done something like that. I don't know.
Even though they got rid of Garrett Morris in the 2nd season, I mean, he did come back and he dominated on Jamie Foxx show. He became a whole regular cast member, and I think that was a better move for him. But I liked him as Stan. Like, some of the funniest stuff was him in that first and 2nd season at that radio station was hilarious. Him and Myra. That's another one of my favorite scenes. Him and Myra with Gina and Martin in that damn limo. That was hilarious.
Yeah, man.
That was classic. They didn't even mention Myra. Like, I can't remember.
I think her name is it BB Drake or something? I can't think of her name.
I can't remember her name.
I think it is BB Drake. I think. If it isn't, I apologize.
And then she even was in Wild Hogs with Martin. And they didn't mention her.
Yeah, man. There's so much they could have got to. So many more. And that's why I was like, man, what all did they miss? Because we knew it was something they gonna miss. Because I'm like, I know y'all can't get everything, because like you said, the time frame and everything that you can get. But I'm like, dude, this is, you have your Fresh Prince, and then you got your Martin. And of course, it's two different type of shows, but I'm like, this is Martin. Like,
Yeah.
like, like, come on, man. There's so many iconic moments that y'all could have done, man.
So many.
So many, so many. But yeah, man. One of mine was I wish they could have talked a little. I mean, even though that it didn't happen, but with Pam spinoff series, I'm like, man, I wonder they probably could have, touched on that. Why that fell through the cracks.
So you saw that too.
Yeah,
You saw that too. Like you saw that they was trying to set that up and it never actually went through.
yeah,
Yeah, okay. Yeah, because I thought about that also, but I wasn't thinking about it right now. But you show right.
yeah. Like I would have loved for them to touch on that and see what happened to that right there. Why they couldn't get that going. Let me see what else. So many other things, man. When you sit down and think about it, like why y'all couldn't. I mean, there's always somebody up above saying, "Nah, we don't want y'all to talk about that or whatever." And of course,
I feel.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I feel like they probably tried to keep it light. They didn't want to go into any conversations that was gonna lead down an unfortunate path
Right.
and try to shy away from that. Because I don't know. I mean, it doesn't really constitute the same, but the fact I was reading not too long ago that for a while Tashina Arnold couldn't get casted in anything because she was typecasted as Pam. And so
Yeah.
she went on for a while where she just like I think she had created her own bandana line, bedazzled bandana line or whatever before she started getting back into it.
Yeah.
But even that, you still want to know like what the hell happened with the spinoff.
Yeah. I would have loved to know what happened with that, man. Yeah, that and other things as well. I mean, wish they would have said, well, what apart is that apartment complex that Martin stayed at? Is that still up and running and going? Um, was Nipsey's like I think Nipsey's they built that on set or whatever. It would have been cool if Nipsey's would have went the McDowell's route from Coming to America.
Right.
And somebody actually made like a real
like
own
franchise.
real franchise. That'd have been dope, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, so many things that we could look at and ask ourselves, why why we couldn't talk about this, talk about that. But
another thing I'm kind of mad about.
Yeah.
They didn't do a reel of Tommy laughing.
Man,
yeah. I feel like when they went into his clips and like his best moments, for them to drop the ball and not kick that off with a couple of his laughs throughout the show, and like to end it with the time when he was laughing when Martin was imitating him and he was just rolling past the room, that would have been perfect. And just kicked off a whole Tommy reel just from that laughing. Man. And they just dropped the ball on there. Like I feel I definitely could have edited that better.
Yeah, that would have been classic. That would have been hilarious, man. But yeah, man, let's bring it to a close real quick. Let's talk about Tommy, man. Like we said earlier, if they were to do a reunion, it just wouldn't hit like because he going to pass away.
All right.
So RIP to the man. He's resting. We appreciate him for everything he has done his job well, man. But I did think it was a beautiful send off or tribute with his wife coming on and his two kids, and for them to pay respects to him like that at Nipsey's and everything. So I thought that was good. So what's your thoughts on all that?
I thought that whole tribute was a beautiful thing. It's always hard to watch, stuff like that. We had Fresh Prince and they had the whole breakdown with James Avery.
Yeah.
And then to see this one, like it's unfortunate like that they couldn't have patched things up at like the 20th reunion, the 20th anniversary or whatever, to where we could have got the whole crew back together and had that laugh again, like all over the place.
Yeah.
And but I definitely feel like they honored him well. It's hard to see when you watch a person through the television and you get intertwined in them, you see them and they become a part of your world.
Yeah.
And so when you lose them, you know, it kind of hurts a little bit, even though you don't know that person, but to see the people that actually knew them,
Yeah.
and to see them reacting to it's hard to watch sometimes. But I definitely feel like it was a beautiful send-off tribute to him.
Yeah.
Man, that dude was funny.
Yeah, man.
He was funny on there, man. Like, got the draws.
Dude, that's one of my favorite. That courtroom scene.
That was an epic scene. That was a great scene.
that it had like, man, that courtroom scene just went. I felt like they're like, man, how we gonna end this, man? I don't know, man. Just go with it. Okay. And then they just went with like the day to get you is over. Got the draws. The security guard in the back just.
That courtroom scene was a classic scene. That's definitely top 5. That's definitely a top 5 scene.
Yeah, man. I don't know what other show can top that courtroom scene. What other comedic show can top that courtroom scene? I don't know.
None. Because a lot of these guys, they don't know how to toe that line. Like Martin was able to be funny and not go overboard to where you was like, all right, enough.
Yeah.
Like we've had other comedians that like just keep on going with it, and it was like, all right, bro, it stopped being funny like 5 minutes ago. Yeah. But Martin knew how to toe that line and to keep it going, and that was classic. And that scene just was like a perfect example of it. Like,
man, you know what? You hit the nail on right. You so right. His timing and everything to where, yeah, you absolutely right to keep it going, but stop it right here and let us take it all in.
Yeah.
One example is that ain't no damn puppy. Bro, I wish Afion or somebody would have asked Martin, when you was fighting that rat puppy thing, what made you think to get that bowl or whatever that was and start throwing it out to act like you feeding? When I first saw it, I was glad, I was cracking up. But then as I got older and I saw what he did, the boy just started, I said, dude.
You know what? I feel like I read recently that whole scene was like improvised. Man. And after them talking about how he did what he did with that dog in that Suspicious Minds episode, I can believe all that shit. I can believe he just made that up on the spot and just kept going with it.
Yeah.
But Martin was comedy gold back then, like solid gold. And what was funny is that he made, and like she said last night, he made Tisha Campbell funny.
Mm-hmm.
That was, and like Tisha was giving him all his flowers and like making sure they knew like we got Tisha in a funny state because of him. Yeah. And the thing is, like, I got an aunt that says she didn't like Martin after Gina started acting like Martin. Yeah. And I was like, but that's the perfect example of a real relationship. Yes, you hang out with somebody long enough, you're gonna start emulating that person. Mm-hmm. And Gina just started getting this crazy and wild like Martin. Yeah. That was the perfect setup for a relationship. Yeah. Yeah. You're right. Not only that, I would like to also comment that Tisha Campbell was all of us last night. You could tell Tisha Campbell is a fan of the Martin show. Every clip they played, she was sitting up there. She knew exactly the line that was coming. Yep. She knew everything. I have not seen a reunion yet where I've seen anybody in there like just mimicking each line that was coming. Yeah. And knew exactly how it was about to go down. Man, Campbell was all us last night. Straight up, man. That's how you know the chemistry was good, man. You're right. You absolutely right. And we don't look at that enough. And last thing before we go, man, I think we don't give Martin and the whole cast won't give them enough flowers enough.
but to make a TV show about Black love and to know that it's okay to joke with each other, laugh at each other, to show your ups and down relationships, to to show, you know, how both of them progress in their careers and everything, from radio show to TV host and everything. Gina in her career, she progressed and everything. Cole was Cole. But if somebody would say right now, I'm gonna tell you, let's tell you a comedic story about this Black love couple that, and it's a comedy show.
Mm.
We don't get too many solid shows like that in this day and age. So what Martin and them has done, man, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, yeah.
That was like, because, and we saw it firsthand, like Kanye said, like, felt like Martin would know Gina, like the show couldn't go on without her.
Yeah.
Like there was no way that Martin would have been Martin without Gina. Like that was no matter how much they broke up, they always got back together.
Yeah.
And like when all that stuff happened and they had to go their separate ways, and Martin just was like, all right, well, that's it. And to see them finally like reconnect after the fact, like that was a powerful thing. And like you could see like they definitely rebuilding something.
Yeah, man.
I'm hoping that they might get something else going, if not a Martin reunion or reboot, just do something together.
Yeah, something. Create something different.
Yeah.
Say both y'all produced it. Yeah. All of
them.
Yeah.
Because I mean, Tisha got her. I mean, they all got their own thing going on. Like they all working. So there's nothing for them to pop up and just do something together.
Yeah. Yeah. Call Anthony Payne directing his own show on Nickelodeon and everything.
Mm-hmm. And actually, because I had a YouTube TV, a little trial for a little bit, so I was watching some old Nickelodeon shows.
Yeah.
And of course, with the trial, they got the ads, and so I saw him popping up on there every once in a while.
Yeah.
But him and that, and like, you know, Tashina was doing she got the neighborhood right now.
Neighborhood, yeah.
And Tisha was doing there was a new Netflix cartoon animated show that she was voicing on.
Yeah, and she doing some other things too, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. So we're gonna see, keep an eye out, see what they do, man. So the finally closes out, man. Final thoughts on it, on everything, on Martin as a whole, or what you got, brother?
Man, once again, it was just great to finally see them all minus one be able to come back together and laugh with each other and get us laughing again, and to let us know like what was going on behind the scenes. I just thought it was great to watch and to see how they all like act with one another and kind of react and kind of just it was a great thing to watch, you know, especially after 30 years and it being my all-time favorite sitcom. It was a hell of an anniversary reunion. And like I said, it could have been better. It was still pretty damn good. And I just wish we would have had Tommy around to share the moment.
Yeah. Totally, bro. Totally. My closing moments, man, just saying thank you to Martin, Sheena Arnold, Tisha Campbell, Carl Anthony Payne, and RIP to Thomas Michael Ford. Man, we appreciate y'all putting out good comedy. A great show. So appreciate we'll be seeing y'all down the line with y'all coming up with something. So
oh yeah. I'm looking out for Carl Payne's hat line. Yeah. I actually paused it. I paused it so I could look it up. He ain't got the actual website up yet. You had to sign up with for the launching of it or whatever. But I
Yeah.
put my email address down, so I'm on the lookout for his headline because I'm gonna give me one.
Oh yeah,
But yeah,
gotcha, most definitely, man. Yeah, man. So that's gonna do it, y'all. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And we done, man. See y'all next time. Joffrey's VIP Room. Appreciate you, Crider the Collector, man.
thanks for